Hey, what's happening, folks? What's happening, Roland? That's this week and the recap of this week. First part of the week, I was up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, up near the mighty Susquehanna River. And I was talking all about the good fishing we have down here in Florida this time of year and the good 5, 6, 8 pound bass that I've been catching. And those guys up there, believe it or not, are catching fish right now with jet boats. And this one guy I talked to, here's a guy by the name of John Stigler, and he's in Lititz or something, Pennsylvania. But anyway, John Stigler, he runs a guide service, and he has a jet boat, and he's going above Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and fishing little Ned rigs in the deep channels, and he's really catching a lot of 3 and 4 pound smallmouth right now. But anyway, yesterday I had an opportunity to get back to Florida, get out on Lake Okeechobee, and it was blowing so hard they had to cancel the Elite Series up on the St. Johns River. It blew over 30 miles an hour. Now, it's not blowing hard today. It's down about 5 or 10 miles an hour. But yesterday was really, really a challenge. But the bass at Okeechobee were back on the shallow flats, and as that water pushed the clear water out of the swamp, because the lake, when it really blows hard like that, one side of the lake gets deeper, the other side gets shallower. It's kind of a wind tide. And anyway, I was on the shallow side. I was on the protected side. The water was getting shallower and shallower. It got almost a foot shallower. But anyway, the fish were there in these little holes in the grass and a lot of eelgrass. I was taking plastic worms like Cinco and also swimming Cincos and also hardtail grubs, and caught a couple 5s and a couple 3s, and it was pretty good fishing. But my son Scott, he was fishing there with Rob Turkla. Now Rob Turkla has Lunkers TV. He's one of the finest, biggest YouTube guys in the whole market. He has over 1 million subscribers. He's really, really big time. He's really a big guy. And anyway, they caught an 8 pound bass. They saw a big 8 pound bass on a spawning bed, and they caught it. I saw a couple 5s, but I didn't catch them. I'm not as good as Scott catching spawning bass. But anyway, the whole thing is Lake Okeechobee's alive and well. There's a real good spawn going on. Water temperature 70 degrees. The wind was blowing good yesterday, but now for the rest of the week it's supposed to be really good. So if you want a really good place to catch a big bass, come on down to Lake Okeechobee. Well, that's kind of what's happening in my week. I'm getting ready to go to the St. Johns River because I'm fishing an FLW tournament all next week, and I'll give you some other updates on what's going on, but they are spawning there as well. So, of course, even though they canceled some tournaments yesterday and maybe even today, the weather's supposed to be good next week. So I'll give you a good update, and that's what's happening in my world. We'll see you again soon.